which home improvement projects bring you the best return on investment. That's what we're going to talk about today. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. Either way, we do appreciate it. Now that we're into summer, we are in the full-on buying and selling busiest time of real estate year. A lot of folks feel like, hey, I'm just going to do some things to improve my house, whether you're selling or not. Some people say, hey, we are going to sell this season, and what do we do to get the best bang for the buck? That's what I want to share with you, some key points so you can make an intelligent decision for what's best for you. So key point number one is you do not have to rip everything out and put the best of everything back in. You're not going to get the money back. And based in that also, think sizzle, not steak. Focus on those things that attract the eye, that people can see, buyers can see when they're walking into the house. Think of like, okay, if I ripped out my AC was middle age or older and I'm selling, different if you're staying in this instance. If I'm ripping out the AC and I put a great AC system in there, brand new, top of the line, dehumidifier, UV, bacteria killer, all that stuff, buyers are not gonna see that. It'll be discussed in a marketing, but it's hard to see. They're gonna think, well, why does it still have butcher block Formica countertops? That's what buyers are thinking. Why is the carpet still older? They're not gonna care about the AC until they get to the inspection. Here's the secret. If you've gotten to the inspection, you already have a pending sale and you can address that later on if necessary. And it won't cost you a whole new AC system as well. So think sizzle, what's eye-catching as opposed to the actual steak. One other thing to keep in mind, no partial projects. If you start a project, finish the project. No half-painted rooms, no mismatched paint on the walls. If you're changing the flooring, don't just rip it out and leave bare concrete underneath. That's gonna actually not give you more money, that's gonna subtract value from your home. Also, it's gonna disqualify some certain types of loans for those who are getting financing. FHA, VA, rural development, those are all federally backed programs, and they're gonna require the house to be in a certain condition. Bare concrete is one of those conditions where it's ixnay on that type of loan. Keep that in mind as well. If you start something, finish it. On that note as well, they'll cover this in part 3. Thrifty is good, cheap is bad. More of that later. So we're in a house here in Mandeville that's actually for sale where these owners did a great job of getting bang for the buck. I want to show you 2 different types of renovations and how they're getting a return on investment on both. And keep in mind, when we say return on investment, $1 in is gonna give me $2 or more out. So here, kitchen. This house was built in 1989, right? First thing to note, you have wood cabinets. These are not original to the house. They are newer, yet they are not what you find on remodeled or new homes on HGTV, right? You can see on the door frame, they have an older door style, yet they're clean. Actually, they're better than clean, they're immaculate. And you can see the hardware is stainless steel. That is a modern color, that's a modern thing. They went ahead and did the hinge as well. If you're changing hardware, don't just go for the handle or the knob, do the hinges. It makes it more homogeneous, it's just more appealing, and it shows that you didn't go cheap. Door hardware is thrifty. I didn't have to rip out all the cabinets, I changed the hardware. Appliances, right? If you have old, white, scuffed up appliances, you can buy a bulk package, microwave, range oven, dishwasher, save some money when you're buying all 3, and brand new appliances make an impact. Notice here, granite counters. This house was built in 1989. It did not have granite counters at the time. These people installed these counters for their own personal enjoyment, okay? Some people will do that, like I said, spring cleaning, I just want to do some things for myself. This is a great way to invest money, and it doesn't have to break the bank. It really doesn't. Also, when you do counters, you get an undermount sink typically and new kitchen faucet hardware. So all economic without, again, ripping everything out. They didn't have to do the cabinets. They didn't get rid of the fur down. Very clean, very functional, very nice kitchen, right? We're gonna go to a different part of the house. So if your home is, if this home was built in 89, if everything in this house was original to 1989, it would not be listed or selling for the price that it is. It would be tens of thousands of dollars less. A couple other things to note: economic door hardware, you mentioned cabinet hardware. They changed the hinges as well. Economical way to make an improvement. Clean paint, right? Baseboard's not scuffed up. Door trim in great shape. Just everyday living, you're carrying something, boom, you bang the door and you take a chip of paint out. That is economics in terms of staging, improvement, return on investment, and also having modern, clean colors like this room right here. All right, so if you have the bathroom from 1989 and you want to go all in and enjoy the bathroom as well, you could do something beautiful like this. This is a gorgeous remodel. In this instance, they did pull everything out, and they're still going to get return on investment. Here they changed the vanity. They went from 1 sink to 2, right? And again, undermount, stone counter, new toilet, new floor, and a gorgeous shower. Right? They did this again for their own use. This used to have a tub here. Could they have just left the tub and then refinished around there, like with the same type of tile? They could have, and refinished the color of the tub, totally. That would be a more economical way to do it if they wanted to sell it. Here, they did this for their own self, and then also to sell it in the future. So notice the beautiful glass, the tile, and even with this, we say top of the line, this does not have to be imported Italian, porcelain tile. This is a quality tile that is bought locally from wherever it's manufactured, USA. Just a really nice remodel. Same thing here in the closet. They didn't go California custom closet. All they simply did was get some custom wire type shelving and install that. Thoughtful, bang for the buck, as we say. Things that people see online and want to come to the house. Because again, it's the sizzle, not necessarily the steak. People believe what they see. So the third point on that being who's doing the work. And this comes back to what I was saying about being thrifty, not cheap. Right? Be smart with your money. If you're going to do the work yourself and you say, I'm going to paint the walls, be good at painting the walls. Don't make your kids paint the walls who are like 12 and 13. They don't really have the skills for it because the lines are going to be crooked. There'll be paint on the baseboards. It's going to look like kids did it. If you're going to do the work, do it right. If you're going to hire somebody, be very careful as to who you hire. Make sure you're getting referrals from friends, family members, people who have done business with the person they're referring more than once. There's plenty of people that we run across as agents that, they took my money. I paid them in full and they still have 10% of the work to do. Happens a lot, y'all. And so ask an agent, ask us. If you have a different agent, ask them. Agents are gonna know, because the longer we do this, we realize that person's not good, they're not on the list. We have a list of approved people, a short list of people we know, like, and most importantly, trust, that are gonna do a good job for our clients, and they're gonna be honest. That's the most important thing. So a good agent is gonna have a list of people that you can trust, because that contractor or handyman is gonna want more business in the future from said agent. So they're gonna take care of you. That can also be said for a handyman, or if you have family or friends that are in the real estate or contracting business, you can ask for referrals there. So those are the three main things I wanted to bring up. Of course, location and comparables are gonna have an effect on the projects that you do for your home. So if you want some more deeper insight, feel free to contact us. You can call, text, email. Even if you're not looking to sell, all right, we're happy to just share that information with you, share our experience in terms of where you're gonna get the best bang for your dollar. And of course, if you are looking to sell, we're happy to help you walk you through that process of getting the home ready to sell as well. That's part of the service that we like to deliver. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.